Sawadee Krap and welcome to another Thailand Tuesday here for the Funky Pod. It's Tuesday and you know what it means. I'll try to talk about things here that are happening in Thailand and over the past few weeks, months, I talked a lot about like healthcare and so on just because that's what we're experiencing here right now, and I feel the need to give an update because things happened, things changed. So here's another update on the aplastic anemia. Still a difficult word, aplastic anemia battlefront here in Thailand. So I think the last update I gave here on the podcast was that just right after being admitted to the hospital for the ATG treatment, the RATG treatment that's happening here in Thailand, in contrary to in the US where it's usually HATG. So here in Thailand it's from rabbits, while in the US it's from horses. Research is of course diverse. American sources say R is cheaper, but H is better, but who knows, right? So anyway, so the HTG treatment has been underway, has passed now actually, like 2 weeks in the hospital, 5 days of like getting the treatment like once a day, or like one bag of infusion per day. Additionally, with blood platelets, also like every 2 days or so, I believe, and the Revolate medicine also every day. So then after 5 days, they stopped like giving that medicine that I guess shuts down the immune system, I think. So lots of side effects, obviously. I know incoming depression, but that's been the whole time with like all the medicine anyways. But yeah, so it's still there. And the limbs were swelling because of, I guess, all the injections all the time. Sleeplessness, like uneasiness, anxiety, everything that the doctor said before might happen, or if you Google, and that's the typical side effects of the treatment. Nevertheless, like spirits were highish. I think my last update was that I couldn't go visit anymore because the immune system was too much shut down, basically. So they were worried that if someone from the outside comes in, brings some bacteria, whatever, which is a fair point because the hospital is surrounded by like fresh markets. So it's a fair point, I think. But then afterwards, like a few days later, I could visit again, which was nice. So they stopped giving that medicine that shuts it down, but now you have to keep it down, the immune system, so that your body doesn't fight. I'm not really sure if I understood it. Does it fight the white blood cell production? Because the white blood cell production is what then hopefully helps the bone marrow to recover. I'm not a doctor, clearly, but I'll tell you why I say this in just a second. So anyways, they then allowed me to come to visit again, which is nice. So I brought all the stuff, like some food, some snacks, and so on. Still getting lots of medicine though, and then after a while, and still have to have someone there 24/7. And then after a while, I think then probably so 10 days after they started, I think the doctor came, checked the blood and everything, and then the blood platelet count. The day before, when the immune system was shut down, the blood platelet count was around 5,000. Like a healthy people would have like 250,000. On the next day, when I checked, it was up to 250,000. Like oh my god, wow, awesome, fast, but wow. And the doctor said, okay, cool, you can go home now, just keep taking the medicine, I'll see you next week. Then we said, well, why? But I mean, yesterday was 5,000, today is 250,000, like, who's to say that there's no, like, fallback or anything, right? So maybe let's just wait 1 or 2 more days just to be safe, because we've been scared a lot before. Like, if you listen to my first podcast after we discovered that disease, like, I mean, we were driving like crazy to the hospital because like of fainting and all those things. So I thought we're gonna like have a dramatic death experience like on the way to the hospital. So now we're like a bit careful with the whole thing. So like, okay, maybe can we just stay another day or two? And the doctor's like, yeah, sure, like stay 1 more day or 2, and then we see. So then, okay, said and done. On that day, everything was awesome, like full of energy. Like, yeah, oh man, I'm actually bored here. Maybe I should go home now. It's so cool. Ooh. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay here. Check again tomorrow. Next day, check again, and then the platelets crash from 250,000 to 20,000 again. And like, then the energy was gone. We're like, oh god, everything sucks. I got medicine again. Got a blood infusion again. Platelets again. Blood as well. And then the next day, it then went up to 90,000 again. So it's like back and forth, right? And according to all literature online, that's to be expected. That's just how that stupid disease works. But that the doctor said, okay, go home now, without telling us, like, hey, it's going to crash again. You need to tell your patient things like this. You can't just rely on your patient finding the information on Google. I mean, there's so much information out there that's probably wrong or like anecdotal. Like, can you just tell us what to expect maybe? So not a fan of the doctor in this case. The doctor per se like didn't spend much time like explaining things during the process, which was really, I mean, you're fighting for your life and a doctor spends like 5 minutes with you. Like, I'm sorry, but what the hell? So not a big fan of this year. Then so right now, out of hospital, at home with the family right now. I'm not, like the doctor said, like everything needs to be like super clean, of course, because now the immune system is shut down, so it's easy to get sick or be infected, of course. So right now I'm about to get everything cleaned by a cleaning service, everything disinfected, of course, as well, before we then move in here again. There are 2 cats running around here, which if you watch the video, you might see them one here and there popping in. And if you're only listening, that sound in the background that you hear sometimes, that's the cats jumping against the mosquito net in the balcony door. Gotta get the cats. I'll have another podcast on cats in this case, but gotta get the cats ready, of course, also for that, which is a challenge. I just got like new air purifiers, or I ordered new air purifiers. I have now a cleaning robot as well, just to keep things also as clean as possible while I'm at work, for example, so that the robot can just at least get like I know how to call it in English right now, the dust and everything that's just happening like all the time, just to keep the room as clean as possible. Yeah, so that's just what I'm trying to do right now. Trying to avoid sick people as much as possible. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. A bit challenging, but I mean, so far, I don't want to say so good, but I mean, progress somehow, right? Thing is, we met a few people who also had the disease in hospital, obviously, and then got talking. And then one lady who was like in an advanced, like the treatment was like further down the line already. And she came visiting, and then she said, well, she got that immunosuppressant medicine, but her body somehow didn't take to it that well, so she couldn't handle it. She felt like terrible all the time, got sick all the time, so then the doctor stopped giving it to her. But then she got an infection, and now she lost eyesight on one of her eyes. And that's not things you want to hear. Right? But so far, we haven't seen any terrible side effects besides emotional side effects, like one day everything is awesome, the other day everything sucks and is terrible, and oh my god, that's a roller coaster. Like, it's very exhausting, of course, but more so for the person suffering from it, obviously, rather than the family and close circle. But yeah, so that's quite interesting. So let's see what's going to happen next in this regard. Next doctor appointment is in a few days from now, so let's see how the blood stats turn out then. Yeah, until I'll probably have another update in a week or two. Again, if you have any experience, if you went through it, if you know anything about like aplastic anemia, AA treatment, shout out, happy about any information that's out there. I'll also have to, just to swerve here for a Thailand Tuesday, I also have to go to the immigration to renew my visa, probably on Monday or Tuesday. Like it expires on Tuesday, so I'm going to go on Monday. Guys, this week I'm just busy cleaning everything and buying stuff and spending money on cleaning stuff. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. Also, then maybe next time in a Thailand Tuesday, going to talk a little bit about politics because election time is upon us. Crazy things are happening. New parties have been formed. Swerves, I don't know, we all saw it coming. But people keep running for office even though they weren't supposed to run anymore, which is going to be interesting. So I'm going to try to have like a quick breakdown on this here as well so that you get more Thailand information and not only health issue updates, of course. So that's going to happen in the next Thailand Tuesday, which is going to come probably next Tuesday. All right, I think that's it for now. I'm thinking if I should mention anything else, but it's been 10 minutes now, so I usually try to keep the Thailand Tuesdays short, because Tuesday is the day when we work, right? Meeting Mondays are done, so Tuesday is when we get to work, so keeping it short. Other than that, I thought about a few things, but now I forgot all of them because now I'm just all about like aplastic anemia. Thailand Tuesday without too much aplastic anemia. Next week, I'll take some more notes, or I'll get the notes next to me, and then we'll go through all the happenings here in the land of Smile. Because, there have been a few political updates which I'm curious to also share and get some feedback on. So next week, less medical, more, I don't want to say only politics, but political, economical, and also silly. Until then, take care, stay safe. Chokti, Sawadee Krap. Talk soon.